guys believe it, I know May is next month, and that also means June is right around the corner. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. That also means Juneteenth is coming up as well. Leah, I was just telling you, I feel like, I thought it was just yesterday we were talking about Juneteenth.
It feels like just yesterday and also a lifetime ago.
It's wild, but
time.
Yes, it really does fly. But the good news is there is another Juneteenth celebration coming up. It's going to be happening in Lewes, and to tell us a little bit about it, we have our friend Bill Collick with the Lewes African American Heritage Commission back on the CoastLife couch. Bill, thanks for being here today.
Thank you so very much.
Yes.
Excuse me for having me, and you're right, it just seemed like yesterday that Trina Brown and I were here talking about this. But anyway, June 22nd at George Smith Park would be the third time.
Wow.
And it's the last two have been quite well attended, and we're very much looking forward to it.
Good. Yeah, so you said it's the third one coming up in Lewes, at least. Third time celebrating in Lewes. How is it going to be different from the last 2 years? How has it grown?
Well, it's growing leaps and bounds by just the amount of people that are attending. And, you know, certainly there are guest speakers and music and unbelievable food trucks. And it's just a great time to get together to celebrate and unite.
Definitely, that's really well said. So I know that this event coming up, like you mentioned, food trucks, speakers, all of that. Are you guys still looking for vendors or businesses to get involved?
Absolutely, and we don't turn anyone away.
Perfect.
And we've had vendors selling everything from T-shirts to the great food.
Awesome. So if vendors do want to get involved, how should they contact you guys?
Trina Brown Hicks is the person that actually does that. I'm going to go ahead and give my number. Certainly I can, if someone calls me, I certainly can put them in touch with Trina Brown, and I'm at 302-841-7936.
Great. All right. And of course, so that's for the businesses, the vendors who want to get involved. But for those of us that want to go and eat that good food and learn about history and celebrate together, what do we have to do? Do we have to buy tickets ahead of time? Can we show up?
It's no tickets. You need to show up at 1 o'clock on June 22nd. It's a great time, and we've been very fortunate. We actually kind of get some help from the Cape and Lopin School District in that we have George Smith Park is right next to the Fred Thomas Building, and so we have that as a backup if it's inclement weather, and it's great parking, and so it's just a great time to come and know. You have to, certainly food is at a cost, but come in and listen to speakers and vendors and that kind of thing. There's no price at all.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
I would like, if you could, I know we kind of got ahead of ourselves. Juneteenth is something more recently, I would say. It's more people are learning about it in the last few years, I think, all across our country. So if someone isn't as familiar with what we're celebrating, could you just go into the history, if you don't mind, of Juneteenth?
Well, you know, certainly it goes back to the days of the Civil War and slavery, and it actually it happened where the Emancipation Proclamation. 2 years later in Texas, it came about that slaves were free. And most recently, I think towns and cities are starting to kind of take hold with it, and that I know that President Joe Biden, I think 2021, if I'm not mistaken, actually made it a federal holiday. So it kind of got people and towns and cities all involved in this, and it's just a celebration of freedom. It really is, and I look at it in Lewes. It's a great time to come together as a people. Mayor Tid Becker actually started the African American Commission and actually wanted some things to go on, and as a result of he looked at the history of blacks in Lewes, Delaware, and looked at the commitments and things that blacks had done, and started the commission, and then it was his idea, along with Reverend George Edwards Sr., to have a Juneteenth holiday and celebration. And so as a result, and Trina Brown has gotten involved, and as a result, this is kind of where it's come from.
Nice. Well, you guys do such a fantastic job. So again, we are celebrating Juneteenth. However, it is on that 22nd. It's a couple days after.
22nd, couple days after. You know, I think it was Trina's ideal as it relates to, you know, there's an unbelievable celebration as well in Georgetown. So we didn't kind of want to, we didn't
Step
kind of
on
want to
toes.
step on toes. Exactly. Thank
Yes.
you. And so Trina decided that we would go this date, and it's after theirs, but it certainly is no less attended.
Right.
And it's again, it's an opportunity for people from other towns to come as well.
That's right. Yeah. Why not celebrate both? I
Yeah.
mean, go to both
Yes.
events.
Exactly.
Great. All right, you guys. So June 22nd in Lewes, George H.P. Smith Park. Bill, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely. It starts at 1 o'clock,
Yep.
and we hope it to grow. And
Yes.
so, in
Yes.
order to grow, please come.
You
Yes.
got it. Sounds good to us. All right, what else sounds good? Maybe a good drink, a good meal to go with it. We're going to tell you where you can get all that coming up after this break.